This is Heroes Square, or more specifically the Millennium Monument, one of the most famous landmarks in Hungary. It's currently under construction, but it's so famous they once built a replica of it in Shanghai. If you've ever visited Hungary as a tourist, you've almost certainly been here. Not only do its monuments and reliefs depict Hungarian history, the story of the monument itself is reflective of the history of this country. Built between 1896 and 1906, it was one of many Hungarian monuments in Budapest today, built to commemorate the 1,000-year anniversary of Hungarians' arrival from the steppes of Central Asia to the Carpathian Basin, where Hungary is today. This relief, for example, underneath King Kalman, originally depicted the conquest of Dalmatia, but was altered to celebrate his banning of witch burning. It originally featured a lot more Habsburg rulers, but at the end of Habsburg reign, they were switched out for Hungarian revolutionary figures who fought the Habsburgs. Hovering above everything is the Archangel Gabriel, bestowing the cross and the crown on the nation of Hungary. That's actually what's under construction. And he's flanked by a set of statues representing knowledge and glory, as well as labor and wealth, as well as one chariot representing war and another chariot representing peace. But the one thing that I wish I could show you a little bit better, what I find most interesting, and think most people probably find interesting about the statue, are the statues of the 7 nomadic chieftains who brought the Hungarians from the steppes of Eurasia into modern Hungary. So I'm fascinated by the way that especially turn-of-the-century Hungarians envisioned their pagan ancestors. Since all sources we have about these Hungarian chieftains were written either hundreds of years after the fact or briefly by foreign sources, very little is known about what they even looked like or the tradition and practices of these people. So any depiction, like these 7 statues, takes a lot of artistic liberty. Turn-of-the-century artists pulled from the cultural features of Turkic peoples or Scythians to craft this image, but they were also subject to many of the romantic European tendencies of the era. This re-envisioning, especially from this time period, was called Turanism, and I think the ancient Hungarian history, both real and imagined by many of these figures, is deeply fascinating. You can learn more about this subject by watching a lot of my TikToks, following me on YouTube and Twitter, and listening to my podcast, which I swear I'll write a new episode of once I get back from Hungary.